Season 7 of The Chi has been more chill compared to the other seasons. We've seen the characters grow and mature more than anything. But like always, they gon' feed us all that missed action with the season finale. But like, is it really only when somebody dies that things get real in this show? Of course not. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about what's coming in the finale in season 8 for the OG cast and the characters who have been sitting quiet while the action slowed down this season. But if you like, nah, I still want to see some action, then don't worry. At the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you which one to watch to get all the action from the season finale. So let's not waste no more time. Let's get into what the OG cast gonna be up to, who gonna pop up again, and how they all gonna grow. Jada's death. First off, we gotta talk about Jada's death, which honestly has been expected for a while now. She has been one of the main folks in the show since day one. After finding out her cancer came back, we seen her start preparing herself for the end. And for real, that was probably the saddest thing I've seen in these 7 seasons. She has always been the perfect mother figure for everybody, and seeing her slowly fade away like that, that's just heartbreaking. I think we gonna see Jada pass in peace at the end of season 7, lying in bed right next to Darnell. And after that, everybody else in the show gonna go through a serious shift. Now let's see how that loss gonna hit the rest of the crew. Emit, Kesha, and little Jada. Jada dying ain't the only big thing happening for the Washington family. Kesha and Emit got a baby on the way. After all the mess they went through to be together, this baby and their more settled personalities gonna finally make them a real family. I think they having a girl and they gonna name her Jada to keep their mama's memory alive. Most likely, the only thing that gonna keep them going after losing Jada is bringing little Jada into the world. So how we gonna see Emit and Kesha in season 8? Y'all remember Jada told Emit to leave Chicago, but I think even though he really care about what she says, he is not gonna listen to that. His work, his friends, his whole life in this city, and moving away with all them kids, that'd be way too hard for him. I think instead of leaving, he gonna work on making Chicago a place worth living in. First he gonna stay clean himself, then he gonna keep Damien from falling into them streets too. And he ain't gonna be alone with it. Kesha, who done fully stepped into her character development, gonna have his back just like Jada would've. We already saw it when she met Zori and in her last talk with Jada. Kesha really turning into a new Jada, and I love seeing that full circle moment. In short, Emit and Kesha staying in Chicago for all them reasons I just said, so don't worry. And plus, Kesha got an important guest pulling up. Let's talk about who it is, Kevin's return. You heard that right. Kevin really coming back. After Jada passes and his sister gives birth, I think Kevin gonna come back to support her. We might not see him in the finale, but I'm real sure we gonna see him in season 8. Cause if you feel like me, then you know everybody misses Kevin. And he is one of the only ones that can really bring back that classic vibe of the show. I think he's gonna come back from California after doing some big things and making his family proud. At first, he gonna spend all his time with his sister and his new niece. Then he gonna get back to chilling and talking with his old crew. And maybe, just maybe, he brings his new girl with him to the city. Y'all want Kevin back? Let me know in the comments and I'm gonna keep going with what the OG cast got coming next. Papa and Jake. Ain't no way we talk about Kevin without talking about them 3 together. Let's start with Papa. Even though the city getting real wild, things going great for Papa. His relationship with Pastor Zeke getting deep. After losing his dad, this bond helping him feel that father-son love again. And now that he letting Pastor Zeke use his dad's old church, we know Papa gonna has a bigger role at the church too. And with Kenya back, I'd say everything going perfect for Papa. Cause them two got real chemistry and it's only getting better. Now when we look at Jake, we see a young man trying to get out the streets and stand on his own. Even though Reg came back and it looked like he might get pulled into that life again, Victor stepping in and Jake choosing to walk away from Reg might have saved him. Now with Kevin coming back and maybe Bakari joining up with him like they talked about, Jake probably gonna expand what he doing and be a new hope for kids trying to leave street life, just like his brother Victor has been. Tiff and Victor. There's somebody else giving birth in the finale, and that's Tiff. And honestly, Tiff's birth seems like it's gonna be harder than Kesha's. When her water broke, she said the baby coming early. And in the next episode, when we saw she didn't wait for the ambulance and let Victor take her, that told us just how serious it is. I do believe she gonna give birth to Rob Jr. healthy, but if I say her life gonna get easier after that, I'd be lying. Cause I think in the finale, both Alicia and Nuck gonna get killed. And since Tiff made that deal with Alicia, we gonna see her end up with Alicia's whole fortune. So in the next season, she gonna be all alone with her baby, running a whole empire. Now the real question is, who gonna help her? The answer is of course the same man who drove her to the hospital, Victor. I know y'all tired of seeing him playing just a worker for Tiff, so let me calm y'all down. The old Victor coming back. He ain't going back to being Trig. We already know that from what he been saying this season. But he gonna definitely come back to try and make Chicago a safer place. Cause next season, Chicago gonna have a reg problem. After Nuck dies, Reg gonna take over 63rd Street Mob. And standing in front of him gonna be Victor, using every legal way to stop him. And if he can convince Tiff to help him too, then with Alicia's money, they might really make the city better. But will Tiff really want to leave all that dark business behind? I don't know. But what I do know for sure is that we gonna see Victor and Reg go head to head a whole lot next season, and we finally getting our Victor back. That's all the updates for now. So what y'all think the OG cast gonna be up to? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more of the Shy, go on and like the video and hit that subscribe. And if you want to hear what crazy actions waiting in the finale, check out the video right on the screen.